What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to take that big piece of juniper and try to turn a salad bowl. I may not be successful at making a salad bowl. Salad bowls need to be relatively large. I'm using the biggest piece of juniper I've got, and I'm doing end grain. The problem with juniper is it's not a round tree. It's very irregular, and the bark inclusions go deep very often. So it's hard to get that kind of a shape out of it. What I'm going to do is turn the biggest bowl that I can, and it may end up just being a fruit bowl. Either way, I'm not going to put any kind of a hard chemical finish on it. I'm just going to use mineral oil and maybe some Acks polish and restoring paste at the end. But we'll just have to wait and see. It may end up just being a fruit bowl. But I told her I'd make her a salad bowl out of it. That's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see. Come along over to the lathe and let's see what happens. So what do you do when you don't have one of those fancy plexiglass center things, but you've got a 11.5 by 12 roughly piece of 1/8 inch plexiglass? Well, I'm not going to use it for anything else. So you find the center, drill a hole, mark every 1/2 inch. This ain't rocket science, and it don't have to be perfect. Close enough is close enough, you know what I mean? I made this for segmented turning. It's already marked at 1/2 inch intervals, but I don't care. I've got that here. So I'm gonna put that in here, get it a little bit snug, get my point tool. I think that's enough. I don't need to do the others. I could, but I don't know that it's necessary. So see, you don't have to have this, just something flat to back this up with, and you can see the circles on it. And you've got the holes, so you know what those measurements are. Now we can take the back off so we can see through it good. And this was just a scrap I had from somewhere. I don't even know where it came from. And there it is. The circle finding jig. I just got to put a pin in it. That's big enough for a pencil. Get her done. So why did I go through all that trouble? Because I want to make a salad bowl out of this, if I can. And I know that this is good. This goes out to 8 inches, so that means 16. So this is what I want for my center, right there. That's where I'm going to drill my woodworm screw hole. This will be my rough outside. I think I'm going to make it a little bit easier on me by taking it to the bandsaw and cutting that off. Okay, that'll be a little easier to deal with. Let's go mount her up. I don't think this is going to be a very strong bite, truth be told. We'll see. It might. Any tighter than that, I'm going to strip it out. So what I'm going to do is, until I get this shape and get me a tenon on here, I'm going to keep the tailstock up, because I do not want this coming to see me, if you know what I mean. That's about 550 RPMs. I'm just going to boy, that stuff coming off of there is hot. That means the worm screw strip is exactly what that means. Amazing how much difference a sharp tool makes. $800 is good, $900 isn't. Now granted, for a bolt this big, I probably should be using a bigger tenon. That just looks way too small. Even though it is end grain and I'm compressing and it will probably hold together all right. I'm a gambler, but I ain't a stupid. Look how pretty this juniper is, my goodness. Now I'm going to start cleaning this up over here. I'm using this Starbond Superfast Thin to stabilize some of these cracks so it won't keep cracking if it does have a little moisture in it. Okay, I've got this turned to shape. The CA is dried on the cracks I was stabilizing, and I've cleaned out all of these holes. So now I'm going to mix up some resin. So it's going to take a while. When I get all these filled, I'll come back. Okay, all the voids are filled, at least on the outside. I'm going to give this, I've been working on filling these. I've been using a slow setting resin. I've been working on filling these for a couple of days now. So all of the resin is in. Tomorrow I'll come back after this is all cured up good and finalize the shape of the bottom, sand it up, finish it, and then we'll turn it around and hollow it out. So that's where we stand here on this one. I used blue because Beth's favorite color is blue, and this is for her in appreciation of her giving me that tree. So okay, most of the resin is dry, so I'm going to start taking some of it off. I like the flat. That's about the right width down there. I need to round that over. Oh yeah, I'm really happy with that shape. Got a nice flowing curve to it. Alright, now I'm going to sand this up. Start with 80 grit. Before I go any further with the grits, I'm going to fill these pits here with CA. And before I sand this up, I want to clean this up real good and check my dovetail. I've ensured that it's flat all the way around, so we're good there. Sanding's finally done on the outside. Let's hit this with some shellac-based sanding sealer. Boy, it's sucking it in. Man, that's some pretty grain. When I'm through putting on sanding sealer, I'll come back and we'll turn this around and commence to hollowing it out. Man, that's gonna be pretty. About 830 RPM. Boy, this is so dry. It's not coming out in shavings. It's nearly dust. And the tailstock's already in the way. I'm using the scraper because, one, because of the resin that's in it. Number two, get this down. I want to get this wall as thin as I can, as far down as I can, before I get the tailstock out of the way and start really eating that stuff out of there. The more I can remove now, the less work I have to do later. And the less finishing I'm going to have to do out here. I got juniper dust everywhere. But Billy, you're just scraping, you're not cutting. You're absolutely right, I'm not. See where that's been pelting me? You might not be able to see because you got dust all over you too. See where that's been pelting me? Time to get rid of this tailstock. I can't do any more with it there. This needs to be thinner. Stupid rookie mistake. I got too close to the end of the tool rest. I know better, but I wasn't watching this, I was watching this. This has a little bit, it's not as round as it was initially, and I think it's because it's been sitting in here it's been a couple of weeks since I've been able to work on it, and I think it's moved a little bit. It shouldn't move anymore now though. Boy, it's soaking it up. I'll hit this with some Acks after I get the inside done, just in case it decides it wants to blow up on me again. First thing I'm going to do is take this down, and then I'll put my elbow tool on and put the scraper on. I'm going to use that because I'll have more control when I'm doing this on the inside. Okay. I've got my elbow tool installed, and I'm going to gently smooth this out. I've got my steady rest, my bowl steady in place. Man, that works great. No harmonics. I don't want to go much deeper than that at all. That's got my depth where I want it. The inside looks pretty good. There's some voids and stuff in here, so I'll hit those with CA. And my bowl steady works good. So I'll hit these with some, I'll put some thick CA where it needs it, and I'll come back. If you want to help us out here in the Messy Studio, you can follow any number of links in my description below, my PayPal Me button, my Amazon affiliate link. Anything you buy there, I get a percentage of. It doesn't cost you any more. And I certainly appreciate that. I really do. Every little bit helps. Make sure you visit my sponsors. Again, I appreciate it. Alright, I'm not as all happy with this finish. It's been a while. I'm still got bum wings. But I think I should be able to sand this up without too much of an issue. So I'm going to sand this finish off and we'll start over. I sanded with 220, 320, and 400. I thought for sure that would take any of the fine sanding scratches out of that finish, but it didn't. So we'll try it again. Still didn't. The bowl sounds like it's got a crack in it. It's got several cracks in it, but I sealed them all. Nope, that one's broke loose. That one is not sealed. Well, sometimes, and I almost did this when it blew up. I came really close to doing what I'm about to do when this thing blew up because of my stupidity. There's fine sanding scratches in here. It just hurts me too bad to try to work on them and get rid of them. And it cracked on me again. I don't know why. And I'm just all around not happy with it. I don't like the CA stains. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I refuse to let crappy pieces leave my shop. So I'm not going to stand out here and video this whole thing burning up. I'll show you last pieces. Yep, this is what happens when a piece doesn't cooperate. And that's what's left. Yeah, it would have been pretty. Oh well. Sorry it took so long to get this thing out. That was not my intention by a long shot. Neither was this. But, you know, life goes on. When you get older and fall down, go boom, you don't heal as quick. And I'm certainly not. I started on this bowl, oh my, back in May sometime, I believe, and here it is. July is nearly gone. I fell either the first part of June or last part of May. I don't remember which. I know a lot of you are kicking and screaming out there right now. Why'd you burn it up, Billy? I thought it was pretty. Well, parts of it were. Parts of it I won't let tear out and sanding scratches and tool marks out of my shop. I just won't do it. I broke that rule one time and gave a piece away. I won't ever do that again. And that's just the way it goes. I'm that picky and I'm that much a perfectionist. I can't help it. Thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm sorry it took so long. Life gets in the way. Like the water well. I worked on my water well seriously every day of the month of June. We're good now. So what am I going to do next? I haven't the foggiest. I really don't. I haven't a clue. I haven't looked at anything to put on the lathe. I'm looking around here right now going, okay, what looks promising? And nothing's ringing my bell. I'll come up with something, but and I guess it'll be a surprise for you and me both. So stick with me and find out next time. Appreciate you watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you've a mind. Y'all come back.